What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. We're here with another Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, my friends. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you have, I sure hope you did. So we are here to talk about games that I enjoy. I tell you the points, the reasons why I enjoy a certain game. This isn't a full review. This is just me giving you bullet points. Alright? So now we're going to be talking about a game that is going to bring the sensation of dread right into your very heart. One of the reasons it does this is because you're alone. You're running this adventure. You're surviving and exploring all on your own. So, alright, my friends, why don't we just stop wasting all this time and get right down to the table, and I can tell you why I enjoy, why I love Alone Against Fear. Alone Against Darkness is by Ganesha Games, and this is good for one person. This is a solo play game, good for one person. Now, there's no age listed on the game. I'm going to go out on a limb, play it safe here, and say 14 plus. If I believe that if it had an age printed on it, it would say 14 plus, but I'm not an expert on on aging these things, so to speak. It's just my guess here. And it should run you 45, 60 minutes, depending on the scenario, 75 maybe. And that's it. It has some really, really great scenarios and how they're picked and chosen and what happens during them, charted out in a magnificent way. But I'll be getting to that. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So I honestly think that pre, current, or post lockdown of society, that this is an amazing solo game to play. And I really find that the solo aspect to this game, along with the genre, the feeling, the theme that it is trying to capture, really comes together in an explosive way. Now, the rules themselves of the game are a spin-off, so to speak, of the standard 4 Against Darkness rules by Ganesha Games also, which started this whole sort of trend in this game-building system. Game building, I say, because really all you need is the core book, a couple of 6-sided dice, paper and pen, and paper, pen, pencil, and that's it. That's what you're going to need to play the game. To map everything out, chart everything out, write down the notes of what's going on, where you've been, and that's it. And it's a tight rule system that works very well in such a general, simplistic way. Now, I don't mean simplistic in general in a bad way at all. Just the opposite. I mean it in such a grandiose sense. This is such a streamlined solo RPG system that the Alone Against Darkness is based on. It's beautifully put together, beautifully run, and the changes that were implemented to make this version of the system, this solo horror aspect, to make it viable and work, comes together beautifully and keeps so much of the core system, which I already love to begin with. So it really tightens the screws on me enjoying this game. Now, in the past, I've always felt a little shorted, so to speak, by horror games, because quite frankly, none of them are horrific. I mean, some of them come close, and some of them definitely have some horrific artwork to them, and some of the storylines can be dreadful, but it doesn't fill you with the emotion that is horror. Now, this, I'm not going to go so far as to say this game does, but this game, more than most, if not any, all that I've played, does a fantastic job of filling you with a sensation of dread. That it's going to happen. Something bad is around the corner. Something evil this way rolls with the six-sided dice. Oh, yes, it is. It's that feeling is there. And it's magnified, I feel, even more so because this is a solo game. Because you are playing this alone. You are alone in the room. There are no other players. It is just you. Now, I would also add, for myself, right, a little touch of atmosphere while this game is being played, particularly with the dimming of the lights. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to dim your lights and play in the dark, because we all know, we should know, I know, and if you don't, I'm telling you this now, that that's bad for your eyesight. And I don't want anyone to ruin their eyesight. I mean, it's bad enough that you got to look at this mug when you watch my videos. I don't want to damage you anymore. But it's your judgment call. Completely, 100%, the ball is in your court if you want to do something like lower the lights, play by candle lights, or something. But it will, maybe a little bit of horror music in the background playing out. Something. If you add a touch of atmosphere, I guarantee you that it will heighten the experience more so than adding atmosphere does in other games, like a fantasy game and playing the Conan soundtrack in the background. It sounds great, it sounds good, but it's not gonna give like this is gonna give to the game. Trust me on it. I like that this is set up as a town exploration. The core base of the game, the system is a town exploration kind of game where the town is gridded out and you're going from town grid to town grid, experiencing the horrors that are going on while you're going through whatever mission it is that you're on. And this goes back to what I mentioned earlier with the charts and everything in this game is beautiful. The whole system, and the system this is based on, the greater system, For Against Darkness, is so heavily steeped in that old school gaming experience of like war gaming kind of experience, and even the old chainmail and the older editions of Dungeons and Dragons to a degree also, with the whole chart system, and everything is done with charts and analyzing charts and rolling on this chart, and that'll get you to roll on this other chart, and these charts together are coming to bring you this level of gameplay that is going to be different so many times, granting you so much replayability that you're never going to play it all. And this captures that and does it wonderfully with the charts that it has. What mission are you going on? Who are you facing? What are you facing? And what are your rewards going to be? Is all dominated by these charts. And it's going to make everything different whenever you play. So this game does have survival and escape mechanisms in it. And that adds to the dread, fear building up, so to speak, in the game. But there's also a fair amount of discovery and investigation in this game, as there is really in most horror genres and stories. There is this investigation and discovery of what's going on. And that is not forgotten by this game. And it is an active part of it, which I think enhances even more the entire fear and dread sensation. Overall, I've enjoyed this game so much. Unfortunately, I've only played once on camera. There was another 3 times on the side. I've got to get into camera more often. I want to play this more often. And yeah, this is the right time of year, isn't it? Because this is such a fun game and well-rounded, well-done game. And I honestly feel that this is an experience that other gamers need to feel. That's my take on this. So, I'm not trying to influence anyone, I'm just trying to inform you. And hopefully some of the information I've given you makes you want to look into this game even more. So please get more information on this game, because if you're halfway interested by everything I've said so far, then you need to get more information on this game, because I think that a little more just might put you over the edge, and you might end up getting this game, if not trying it somewhere. So Alone Against Fear, please look into this. Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. Here, now, my friends. Not my friend. So for this Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, I'm very happy to tell you that we're going to be talking about a game that you can really get down with. A game that you can solo and still feel that dread hanging over your shoulder. So, all right, everyone, why don't we just cut right to the chase? Because that's all this game is really at its core is just... there's no connection to what I'm going to say here. There's no connection. Okay, yeah, do this whole thing over. Do this whole thing over. Ready?